Are you feeling held back or even stuck in your life, unable to move forward no matter how hard you try, no matter what you do? It feels like that you keep coming up against an invisible force, an invisible ceiling that you simply just can't move past. If so, then this is most likely due to some shadow aspects, limited shadow aspects that are playing in the background. They keep sabotaging you. They keep holding you back, keep getting in the way of you really creating the success, the abundance, the prosperity, the freedom, whatever it is that you want to create, or even just going after your desires, going after your goals. It's those shadow aspects of fears, of doubts, of deep inner wounding, and things that from the past that you haven't yet healed, that you haven't overcome yet, that are still within your energetic makeup, that are still holding you back. And it's those shadow aspects that are really the root cause for you feeling so stuck in your life, unable to move forward. But when you embark on shadow work, really diving deep into uncovering those shadow aspects, those limited aspects of self, you not only uncover what's really holding you back, but you then are also able to heal, to release, and transcend these limited aspects and really step more into your power, really become your empowered and authentic self that goes after things that you want, that doesn't hold back, that doesn't feel held back by an invisible force. And in this video, I want to share with you some practical tips on how you can get started with shadow work so you can really set yourself free from those invisible barriers, those invisible shackles that are really holding you back from really moving forward and creating the best life yet, the life that you really would like to live, the things you want to accomplish, the things you want to go after, things you want to experience in your life. Now, if you're new to shadow work or you're not quite sure what exactly shadow work is, then let me just quickly introduce you to shadow work. Shadow work is really a process where you uncover those limiting aspects of self, the fears, the doubts, the past woundings that you haven't quite yet healed from, all that stuff that you just kind of stuffed aside, right? All of those things, even though you're not thinking about them or you want to acknowledge them, they're there. Think of it like that. There's so much beneath the surface that you're not even aware of. However, just because you're not aware of it doesn't mean that it's not negatively affecting you. And it's those shadow aspects, the fears, the doubts, the limiting beliefs, the limiting patterns, the habits. These are all the things that are really holding you back. And with shadow work, you really uncover that. And then you actually heal that. You clear that. You transcend it into something higher. You're taking the gift from the shadow, because every shadow, every challenge holds a gift. And by you doing shadow work, you are able to uncover the gift. And when you uncover the gift, you can let go of the shadow aspect, the limited aspects, the negative tension, the negative energy around that, and then take the gift with you, integrate that. That's how you integrate your shadow. And then you move forward in a more empowered, more courageous, more authentic way. And shadow work is absolutely important when it comes to your spiritual awakening journey, your inner healing journey, your personal development journey. Because we all, every living soul has shadow aspects, whether you are aware of it or not, whether you want to acknowledge it or not, but they are there. Because we all experienced a lot of not so pleasant things throughout our life. And all of those not so pleasant things that we experience, they program us, they imprint on us, and they play in the background, and then they hold us back. I mean, think of like the first time you had gotten your heart broken. The next time around, you were a little more cautious, right? You didn't go into it like you did the very first time because you knew that, ooh, that heartbreak was really, 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 really bad. So I'm going to guard my heart a little bit. That is a shadow aspect. It is something that you have ingrained because you had gotten hurt. And that then impacts you then from maybe finding the love of your life or meeting some really nice people and things like that, because your heart is guarded. And that's why shadow work is so powerful, because it helps you set yourself free from all that stuff that has imprinted onto you that is holding you back, that's playing in the background. Because then you can move forward without all that baggage that's been weighing on you, that's been weighing you down, that's been holding you back, limiting you, even keeping you from really going after things, or even sabotaging any effort that you're putting into certain things. So this is just a quick introduction to shadow work. Now let me share with you some practical steps of what you can do to get started with shadow work. The first step is self-reflection and gaining awareness. Because without awareness, You can't do anything about it, right? So by you reflecting on your life, on your habits, on the things that you do, even certain situations in your life, whenever you're holding yourself back, just really reflecting on all of those things, even the things that you don't necessarily like about yourself. Also paying attention to any triggers, what triggers you, or any emotional reactions of yours. Reflecting on those triggers, those emotional responses, reflecting on your life can give you the awareness of where are you holding back, where are you being triggered, what is being triggered within you. Because anything that is triggering you, anything that is causing you to maybe pull back and things like that, well, there is a shadow aspect beneath that. So by you just reflecting on your life and becoming aware of when are you talking yourself out of things? When are you holding back? When do you feel limited? When do you feel constricted? Things like that gives you the awareness to then do something about it. You can't do shadow work without awareness, because if you don't know what's there, you can't do anything about it. So the first step is really that self-reflection and awareness, really becoming aware of, well, what is really going on? And then even going deeper. Well, where's this coming from? When is the first time you remember experiencing something like that, something similar or even the same kind of experience? Then how do you feel about those things? Really gaining some crystal clarity around those triggers, those emotional woundings. Maybe I'm thinking back on all of those experiences that you've had that still cause you to feel quite uneasy about it when you're thinking about it. And this can actually be something that you do on a day-to-day basis, because each and every day there is something that often triggers us, that causes us to feel maybe not okay. And this doesn't have to be any big things, right? Whenever you're feeling not okay, even just slightly, that you're feeling slightly not okay, it is great to tune into that to see, well, what am I feeling? What's going on here? Why am I feeling not okay? Because the whole thing of feeling not okay means there's something going on beneath the surface, that you're being triggered, that something is maybe pushing at you, that something is being stirred within you. And by you becoming aware that, I'm not feeling okay. Okay, let's take a step back here. Okay, what am I feeling? What's going on? Why am I feeling not okay? And then really assessing that and tuning into that. And here I want to invite you, never judge yourself. Shadow work is meant to be done in a gentle way. Never judging yourself, never being harsh on yourself, never getting mad or frustrated, or none of that stuff. Because the thing is, the more you can become aware, the more you can then release and let go of. Because if you don't have the awareness, well, you can't do anything about it. So never judge yourself of anything that you're uncovering. Be grateful, like, I uncovered it. Great, now I can let it go, right? Now, when you do it on a day-to-day basis, kind of becoming aware of whenever you're feeling not okay, and then really just reflecting on, well, what's really going on, that can then help you really clear it, release it in the moment. And I also will share with you a little process of how to go about that here in a moment and as well. But including somewhat of a daily self-reflection and awareness practice is ideal. And you can do this during journaling, or just tuning in, or during meditation, or whatever you feel called to do. But make some time each and every day to just reflect, to become aware. Because like I said, with awareness comes the power of choice. Then you can do something about it. Then the second step is actually journaling. I already mentioned that, in the first step, and here I want to go a little deeper into journaling, but journaling is a great process where you can just put everything down on paper. Really, you can brainstorm, you can brain dump, you can, free flow. There's so many different ways of how you can use journaling to really collect your thoughts. And here I want to share a couple with you. The first one is, what you can do is you can use prompt-based journaling, where you have specific prompts of, for example, well, what am I feeling today? What is triggering me today? How is this triggering me? Where is this coming from? What is the root cause of this? What do I not like about myself? What do I not like about myself? How I responded or how I reacted to certain things? How are those things making me feel? What else is triggering me? And things like that. So you can use prompt-based journaling, and you can even go online to type in shadow work prompts, and you can get a huge list of shadow work prompts where you can really dive deeper into different aspects of your life, different kind of areas. You can kind of go deeper. If you're not quite sure what kind of prompts to use, you can definitely do a Google search and you will come up with a whole lot of questions that you can journal about. But using journal prompts would be a great way to just journal about, really uncovering what's really going on. Because when you journal, you actually just open yourself up to just writing whatever comes to mind. And here I also want to invite you, don't focus on punctuation or writing correctly or anything like that, because this is your journal. You want to really just write everything down, even connecting with the emotion of what you're feeling and writing about that. Because as you're writing about these things, and here there's another way that you can use journaling is by free flow writing, where you just really just write down whatever comes to mind. You're basically dumping everything on paper. Instead of you going to your loved ones or your friends and just kind of dumping all your emotions onto them, maybe do it a little bit more constructive and putting it on paper, using free flow writing to just write everything down, even writing about your emotions, really connecting with the emotions and writing everything down. And here you can write in whatever way you want. If you want to curse, that's perfectly fine too. This is your way of just releasing. And here you can do it with more intention by really intending, as I write, the emotion, the tenseness goes out of my arm into the pen, into paper, and I release it. So you're just kind of releasing all the emotional charge through your writing. Now, another journaling technique would be a conversational kind of technique, where you just you ask yourself a question. It's like you're having a dialogue with yourself, with your shadow self. You can connect with your shadow self, asking your shadow self a question, and then you're responding as a shadow self. And you kind of have that kind of back and forth kind of conversation. You can do that as well. And here I have a video for you. The link is in the description below of how to use journaling for shadow work. It's where I go a little bit more into details into how you really use journaling for shadow work. But I just want to touch on that in this video to give you an idea of what you can do. But using journaling for shadow work is absolutely powerful, because you can connect with the emotions, and as you're writing it, you're really releasing it, you're letting it go. And ideally, you also want to make this your daily practice. You can include it with your daily morning routine, for example, or the evening routine. In the morning, you can just write about whatever's coming up for you, or in the evening, you can write about your day, and you're just releasing all the negative tension from the day, especially if you, let's say, have a job where you come home, you're always just stressed and just agitated and not feeling okay. Maybe use journaling for that, really releasing that negative charge, and then also doing that self-awareness and self-reflection practice of really becoming aware of what is really triggering you, right? Now, if you don't have that kind of job, then you still may want to do it in the evening, just to write about your day, because I'm pretty sure you get triggered throughout the day, whether it is immensely or just very, very slightly and subtly that you barely become aware of it. But allow yourself to become aware of it. And then use journaling and a self-reflection and self-awareness practice to really become aware of what's really going on. Because the next step, I want to share with you how to then actually heal and clear and transcend your shadow. Because that's going to be very important. Because it's one thing about becoming aware of things, but the awareness part is not always enough to then release it, to clear it, to transcend it. Because one thing you want to do is you want to uncover the gift. And the way you go about it, and you can do this through journaling, or you can also do this during meditation, or however you want to do it, but you basically lean into the discomfort. Whatever you're feeling. And here, I just want to mention something. The most important part about this leaning into the discomfort is you don't want to do it connected to the story. Because the story, when you're connected to the story, it keeps you in victimhood, right? It keeps you as the victim of the situation, the victim of the story. This is what happened to me. Why did that happen to me, right? Then you're not able to really connect to the discomfort. What you want to do is you want to let go of the story. Let it go. Doesn't matter. What you want to do is, as you're uncovering, well, what's at the root of this? What am I feeling? I don't feel good enough. Okay. Leaning into the discomfort of, I don't feel good enough. Not thinking about the story, why you feel that way, none of that. Just giving yourself the time and space, the opening to connect with that feeling, because it's there, right? Whether you want to or not, but it is there. That's why you feel it. That's why you got triggered. That's why you felt not good enough, or whatever it was, right? So by you leaning into that discomfort, you're like, okay, I acknowledge you. I acknowledge that you're there. Thank you for making yourself aware to me. You want to acknowledge the feelings, because like I said, they're there. And then what you do is you basically feel it. You feel that feeling of not good enough with the intention of releasing it and letting it go. It's like letting go of the steam. Like if you have a pressure cooker, right? Eventually you have to let go. You have to kind of, let go of some of the steam before it kind of blows up. It's kind of the same thing. So the feeling of feeling not good enough, or whatever it is there. So instead of you pushing it aside and letting it fester and fester and fester, and just getting more and more intense and whatnot, and eventually it's going to be blowing up and causing more disruption, you're like, okay, I acknowledge you're there. Let me feel it. You're really tuning in. You're feeling it with the intention of releasing it. As you're doing it, like I said, not connected to the story, but just feeling the feeling. Allowing yourself to then feel it for a little while to then uncover the gift. As you're really feeling it, eventually you're going to notice that there's going to be a turning point. You're no longer feeling it as intense. And then there's an opening that occurs. And then when you feel that opening occurs, then you want to ask, well, what is the message, the lesson, and the gift here? What am I meant to learn from this? What is it that you're trying to tell me? I acknowledge that I felt not good enough or whatever it is. Now tell me, what am I meant to learn from this? What is the gift here? And then you open yourself up to that. Once you have the gift, then what you want to do is you want to heal and transcend your shadow. You can use a clearing statement to release the negative charge around not feeling good enough. You can say, okay, I now clear and transform this feeling of not feeling good enough across all time, space, reality, lifetimes, and dimensions. Past, present, future. You can even include that too. Anywhere and everywhere where I feel not good enough in my life, I now clear this and release this and transform this across all time, space, reality, lifetimes, and dimensions. You do that until you feel that shift. Okay, now I release that. Then when you release that, you want to take that gift, integrate that gift, really bringing it into your heart. Okay, this is what I learned from this. Okay, I'm going to integrate that. And then you want to go about your day. You want to act from that place. You want to take different action. But that's what you then want to do. And here I also want to mention, I have a playlist of light language activation that can also help you on an energetic level to clear out, to transform and transcend your shadow aspects. The link is in the description below. They can help you clear out some of those stuck energies that maybe you on your own, you're not able to do. So the link is in the description below if you want to check that out. Then the fifth step is, there might be a time when certain shadow aspects are just so stuck, and here I want to invite you to maybe seek support. Whether it's you work with a coach, a healer, a counselor, a therapist, or someone that knows about shadow work that can really help you, because oftentimes certain shadow aspects, you're just simply too close to that, and it's like kind of like opening Pandora's box, right? You don't want to do that because you don't want to uncover what's really there, because deep down you know that if you were to go there, if you were to touch that and uncover that, it would cause a lot of discomfort. So there's that safety mechanism within you that it keeps you from actually uncovering what's there, or even going there. You do anything in your power to make a huge way around that, to really not even get anywhere near that, right? I'm not touching that. I'm not going there, right? But it's those things, those really intense things that you don't even want to go near, don't want to touch, don't even want to acknowledge. They're there, and they're often running in the background and really causing a lot of havoc in your life. And that's why those things you may want to seek support to really get the help that you need to uncover what is really there, and then to heal it, clear it, and transcend it. That is very important, because those things, they're still there whether you want to or not, whether you're acknowledging them or not. And by you working with someone, an outside person that are not connected to your stuff, to your pain, to your emotions, to your woundings, they can help you in a gentle way uncover what is really going on, what is there, and they can also help you then in a gentle way and a supportive way to release that, to transcend that. So you don't have to do that on your own. And here I want to invite you to potentially consider joining me in Transcendence. It's a powerful community, a powerful membership where you can receive weekly support from me throughout our weekly life coaching, mentor, healing, guidance calls. And we also have monthly workshops with deep inner healing, clearing, activations, absolutely powerful, that can assist you on your journey. And you can actually join Transcendence for free to try it out for 7 days to see if you like it, if it's the right fit for you, if it really feels in alignment. So I want to invite you, maybe consider joining us in Transcendence, maybe hop on our next call, our next weekly call, and see how you like it, how it can support you on your journey. Because getting support is sometimes really what we need to really move forward, to become more empowered, to really go about our life in a more empowered way. So if that's of interest to you, check out the link in the description below and join Transcendence for free. Try it out for 7 days and see how you like it. And then the sixth step is you want to actually be consistent with your practice of shadow work, because consistency is key. If you're implementing somewhat of a daily practice of really tuning in, uncovering what's really going on, what's triggering you, really this whole self-reflection, self-awareness, and then, doing the healing and really tuning into the discomfort and healing and transcending it, that can help you. If you're doing this on a day-to-day basis, for one, it won't be so intense then because you're kind of getting to the issues, the challenges, the discomfort before it becomes more intense. So with shadow work, it's really ideal to do this on a consistent basis because there's always stuff that comes up. There's always stuff that's going to trigger you. And when you incorporate shadow work in your day-to-day practice, that's how you can really become more empowered, more aligned, more centered, and also you really step into your more authentic self. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, that you got a lot of value out of these steps of how to really get started. And I really hope I inspired you to really give shadow work a try, because it's absolutely going to change your life if you make shadow work a consistent practice to really set yourself free. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Now be sure to check out these two videos here. One is about how to use journaling for shadow work, and another one is 6-step process of how to do shadow work, where I go more into detail into how to really do this inner healing. So thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you again in the next video, and hopefully also in Transcendence. Until then, make it an amazingly abundant and joyful day. Namaste.